Hello again my friends, it's finally here, the Xbox One. The question is, does anyone actually care now that we've seen it? Microsoft's presentation finally revealed the company's ambition for its next-gen console. It's a media hub, an all-in-one entertainment unit designed to take centre stage in your living room. Of course it will play games, but this reveal wasn't actually about the games, believe it or not. That will come later at E3. This reveal was about Xbox as an all-singing, all-dancing, general entertainment brand. Unsurprisingly, this approach felt like a slap in the face to core gamers. They felt left out, disenfranchised. Even the name itself, Xbox One, is a flag-waving, balls-out declaration that the console is not just another games machine. It's an entertainment jack of all trades. You know, jack of all trades, master of none. Microsoft talked about television, movies, sports, music and Skype. Now, whether that's what you actually wanted from this console is an entirely different matter. Let's start with the way the machine looks. Yes, it looks like an old school VCR, a ring binder, a nondescript shoebox, a hipster's douchey toilet, and the terrifying monolith from 2001 A Space Odyssey. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I actually really like it. I love the simple minimalist aesthetic, and I like the fact that it's a big black box. But you know what? No one's really going to care about the way it looks after a few weeks of owning it anyway. It's what's under the hefty black exterior that really counts. So then, Microsoft announced 15 exclusive games in its first year, 8 of which are brand new intellectual property. In theory, this sounds fantastic, but until we know what these games are, it's best to keep an open mind. We could be getting just a heap of lackluster Kinect games that involve flailing your arms like a slack-jawed lunatic. Again, we'll have to wait until E3 to form an opinion on this. Thankfully, your current gamer tag, your hard-earned gamer score and your achievements will all carry over from your Xbox 360 to your Xbox One, although the Xbox One will not be backwards compatible with the 360. If you want to continue to play your old library of games, you'll need to keep your 360 to hand. Microsoft also confirmed that Xbox 360's controllers will not be compatible with the Xbox One. Now, how about this whole always online debacle? Will Xbox One need to be always online to function? This is where things start to get confusing. Microsoft in an official Q&A session said this: no, it does not have to be always connected, but Xbox One does require a connection to the internet. Microsoft goes on to say, we're designing Xbox One to be your all-in-one entertainment system that is connected to the cloud and ready to use. We are also designing it so you can play games and watch Blu-ray movies and live TV if you lose your connection. So that's good news, right? Well, when pressed further about this, Microsoft said you'd have to connect online at least once a day. What? This is an utterly absurd requirement in order to play your console, which you purchased with your money and which you should be able to play whenever the fuck you want, with or without internet connection. Fuck me. Now comes the really confusing issue of paying a fee in order to play second-hand games. According to Microsoft, should you choose to play your game at your friend's house, there is no fee to play that game while you're signed into your profile. Whoop-de-doo. However, if you want to play your game on a second account, well, this will incur a fee. Quite possibly the full retail price of the game, between $40 and $60, unless you're logged into your main account. As for selling your used games to a second-hand retail outlet, well, Microsoft only had this to say: we designed Xbox One understanding that the secondary market would be important for the new generation. We'll share more details soon. Thanks, Microsoft. I feel all warm and happy inside now. It's like kittens licking my toes. Fuck me. So then, let me attempt to summarise this mess. Microsoft's new Xbox One console needs an internet connection, but it doesn't need to be connected all of the time, just regularly, probably at least once a day, probably. And game discs will be limited to your Xbox profile if you use them on a second console. A used game system will incur some kind of fee, but Microsoft has yet to decide what this fee might be. And if that still doesn't make any sense to you, well then you're screwed. And Microsoft has failed to get its message across about these issues, these key issues that gamers really care about. Now, a lot of people think that only games can save the Xbox One from the same fate as the Wii U. Microsoft has 15 exclusives, 8 new IPs, and 1 E3 press event to turn their shit around and get games back on the agenda. Believe it or not, games are what us gamers want. I fell in love with the Xbox and the Xbox 360 because of the games, not because of the apps or the live TV or the ability to clap my hands and change the channel, and certainly not to be told that I need to connect to the internet at least once a day or pay ridiculous fees to play second-hand games. I fell in love with the simple joy of playing games. Let's hope Microsoft doesn't fuck up this one basic premise. We can only cross our fingers and hope that with all this dull TV rubbish out of the way, Microsoft is now preparing an E3 showing that will really blow us away. Actually blow us away. Not showing us a dog and expecting us all to piss ourselves with joy. Actually blow us away, Microsoft. Guys, thumbs up this video if games are your top priority for the Xbox One. If we get to 500 likes, I'll consider this a resounding yes. Thanks for watching, you beautiful game-playing bastards. Here comes that mother chuff of a boom.